you. Spooky, spooky haircut.
God damn it. What is up, degenerates? Welcome back to a brand new video, and if you're new around here and you haven't already subscribed, feel free to hit that subscribe button with some post noties on to become a degenerate just like me today. So you might recognize this TikToker I'm about to talk about in today's video. They've been absolutely blowing up recently, but not in a good way. They go by the username Fuzz99 for some reason, and over the last couple months they've been getting so much backlash. So when I first saw this Fuzz motherfucker, I thought that they were just getting backlash for just existing. And I felt bad for them. Because TikTok comment sections can be fucking brutal sometimes. Like, I swear to God, that app is designed for cyberbullying. This leads me into my first topic. TikTok. TikTok is so fucking toxic. Like, straight up, there could be a kid with terminal cancer and people would fucking comment shit like skill issue. Or some shit. Not to mention, if you make any form of content voicing a specific opinion on TikTok, you could potentially blow up and get recommended to an entire community of people who disagree 1000% with you. I've seen people completely ostracized on there because of this. That's why I always stick to my comedy sketches on TikTok, because I think it's such a waste of time bickering with a stranger on the internet over political beliefs or some shit. Oh dude, I was a racist beta cuck, but then I saw Emily post a black square and it really changed my whole perspective. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. It doesn't work like that. I personally believe that people are entitled to their own opinions or beliefs as long as they're not being harmful to other people. Like, obviously not racism, so that example I just did was kind of bullshit, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you what you should believe. We can agree to disagree. I don't give a shit. As long as you're respectful to other people, I got no issue with you. That's why I absolutely fucking hate TikTok content that is so clearly pandering to right-wing people or to left-wing people. Shut the fuck up. Like, this shit's the same amount of fucked up as Twitter. Okay, don't even get me started about Twitter. Fuck Twitter. Not to mention the amount of people that pander and don't even listen to their own ramblings. Do you remember when Joe Rogan told a bunch of people to do better and then groomed a bunch of minors? Didn't look like he did better. Anyways, that was super off topic, but kind of relevant. TikTok is a toxic ass place. That's my whole point. You gotta watch what you post on there, because people are either laughing with you or at you. Oh yeah, I also want to point out, before we watch their content and get into that, I'm not critiquing this person for being a member of the LGBTQ. I don't give a shit about that. I'm just criticizing their content itself and kind of talking about why they've been mocked to a viral degree. Now that that's out of the way, let's watch some of Fuzz99's content. What's all the fuzz about? Come on, that was fucking amazing. Okay, so before watching this shit, I think it's important to note that this person is 26 years old. Fully grown adult.
Spooky, spooky haircut. Spooky, spooky haircut. Spooky, spooky haircut. Spooky, spooky haircut.
I'm gonna be right back. I just have to go drink fucking paint thinner. Could you imagine if they made this video and it's just spooky, spooky haircut and then they just cut to the pubes? Sorry. Okay, let's just move on.
Oh! I have no idea what this looks like, so let's check it out, baby. Alright. Hey!
Okay, so I love the enthusiasm, but let me show you how to record this without getting laughed at. Hey TikTok, what's up? I'm getting a spooky ass haircut, and I'm not talking about my ass hair. That shit's been waxed. Okay, here we go. And then this is the shot where I show my spooky fucking haircut. But notice how I'm not screaming into my camera like it's fucking mating season. That's how to record that shit while acting your age. And hey look, I'm all for being goofy and joking around. If this person wants to have fun and mess around in a video, then, you know, that's fine. Go ahead. But there's something that doesn't quite sit right when you're this level of energetic but then lack a certain self-awareness. Like, I think that spooky haircut video is such an ick because they don't take a second and laugh at the absurdity to what they're actually doing. Well, at least not in a genuine way. Like, it just comes off very fake and very cringy. There's a guy on TikTok who talked about this and was very well spoken, so here's what he had to say.
To this content creator, I promise that the majority of people that don't like your content, it has nothing to do with your sexuality. It's everything to do with you presenting yourself with this inauthentic caricature.
And that's exactly what it is. An inauthentic caricature. Also, speaking of acting your age, when I was scripting this video, I kind of remembered that this person is the exact same age as my roommate Zach. So I thought it would be kind of fun to show him the haircut video with no context and have him, you know, guess their age. Fun little experiment. I don't know. Kind of like the ones I did in college when I fucked men. So this is my roommate Zach. You also may know him as Uncle Kev.
It looks like you're fucking your uncle!
That's exactly what it looks like. Non-pedophile now?
Well, hopefully. Fingers crossed. We do live right across the street from
a park, yeah.
Park. You know.
Having access to you at this age, though, is just not fun anymore.
I've expired.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm just gonna show you one of their videos,
Yep.
and just let me know what you think. Okay.
Okay.
Spooky, spooky haircut. Spooky, spooky haircut. Spooky, spooky haircut. Spooky, spooky haircut. Oh! I have no idea what
I thought that was it.
So, let's check it out, baby. Alright.
Is it still going?
Still going.
Oh my god.
Do I look spooky, baby? I feel spooky. Hey.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck was scarier. Jesus Christ. That or how long that's been on for. Fuck me. I think I just lost brain cells watching that thing. Fucking hell.
How old do you think this person is? Would you believe me if I told you they were 16?
I think he's maybe 13.
They're actually 26. Your age.
Spooky, spooky haircut. Spooky, spooky.
God damn. Okay, no. Okay, so let's watch another video from Fuzz. This one is in response to people criticizing them for having their comments turned off.
Hi.
See? Inauthentic. Makes you cringe.
Why did you turn your comments off? So first, I would like to say that no, it is not because I got too much hate and couldn't handle it.
Oh, okay, yeah, seems legit.
But I turned comments off because there's a bigger plan already in motion, baby. That only I know about. So stay tuned, baby.
Oh! Well, how vague and unaddressed.
Yeah, so I disabled my comments, but not because I couldn't handle the hate. I just disabled it because there's just this big plan in motion, baby. And, only I know about it. So just take my word for it at face value. I promise nothing is gonna...
Look, all you had to say was, hey, I turned comments off because of all the toxic people on this app. Boom! Authentic. So the clip I showed you guys where he talked about the inauthentic caricature, that was a stitch that he did from one of Fuzz's videos, saying, help me get back to LGBTQ TikTok. So much for being able to handle the hate, huh?
I normally don't make these types of videos, but I am at my wit's end.
I recently made a video critiquing this content creator, so if you want to go check it out, go ahead. It's kind of going viral right now. For those of you in content creation, or if you're thinking about going into content creation, here are my biggest pieces of advice for you. You don't get to choose which community receives your content. It's going out there for everyone.
100%. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you post something with a certain opinion, it could potentially blow up on the opposing opinions community. Like I said, I usually avoid that shit because I just feel like it's a waste of time, but I know people who post content like that and they take that risk every time they post.
Number 2, don't ever Google your username. You're going to see a lot of things that you don't want to see. If you are over the age of 18, do not intentionally try to get an audience of exclusively young children. That will not go well for you.
That's also referring to Fuzz99. We'll touch on that one later.
People like authenticity. Do not be an over-exaggerated caricature of something that you are not. Never talk about sex, politics, or religion. If you have to regularly turn off your comments, you're either trying to hide something or you can't handle the hate. Either way, you are not cut out for content. Lastly, keep your private life private. If you go public with certain things, it will go badly for you.
So that was very well worded. I 100% agree with this guy. If you want to follow him, he's a wise dude. But back to this guy's comment on the young children thing, that brings us to our next giant topic of why this person is so hated. People are bashing Fuzz99 for trying to garner a fan base of very young children and very young teens.
Like, laugh, because, like, nobody wants to be straight.
Hey TikTok, don't take this down because it's not hate speech. If anything, that is. But you'll leave that up. How is this allowed? This is a 26-year-old, almost a 30-year-old, who is trying to attract an audience of 10 to, what would you say, 14-year-olds? This is creepy. This is illegal. This is wrong.
So I kind of agree with this guy on the sense that that is creepy as fuck. Going out of your way to appeal to a very young audience, especially with the very childlike mannerisms we've seen from Fuzz. But this pissed off guy takes it up a notch. Let's keep watching. I'll show you.
This is fucking, what is it called? What is it called? I'm gonna look it up because I'm dumb and I can't remember. Grooming. That's the word I was looking for. You could argue that this is grooming young children telling them that being straight's not cool. This is fucking creepy. This is wrong. How is my video getting taken down for calling it out when this person's is allowed to stay up?
Okay, let's look up the definition of grooming for a second. The action by a pedophile of preparing a child for a meeting, especially via an internet chat room, with the intention of committing a sexual offense. So I think saying that Fuzz is a groomer is a bit of a stretch. Maybe there's something on the internet floating out there to suggest otherwise, but for now, I haven't seen any evidence to suggest that they are, privately messaging or trying to, literally talk with their young fans. Are they trying to appeal to a very young audience? Yes. Are they privately messaging them to seduce them? I don't think so. No? And having a young audience isn't a bad thing. There are lots of adults with young audiences, but when you tell your young, impressionable audience that nobody wants to be straight, you get pissed off guys like this calling you a groomer. And when you intentionally aim for an audience of mainly minors, that just isn't a good look, bro. Just isn't. So right before I was about to sit down and record this, a new video was posted by Fuzz.
Unfortunately, this morning, I had a really bad incident with a hater and had to get the police involved.
You didn't murder them, right?
A lot of people in my life know my current situation right now, and I wish I could talk about it more, but I don't want to and can't really get into it. But I currently am being advised by the police to take a step back from TikTok. I have to take a break for a little while until a lot of this hate calms down. It might be a week, it might be a month, it might be a year, it might be forever.
Okay, good. I'm glad this person is taking a step away from TikTok for a while. I think someone like this especially needs to speak to like a PR team or just, have someone advise them on how to word certain things because the content that they were posting was just pissing people off and it wasn't good for their followers or for them. Now that being said, I swear to fucking God, if they come back after 2 days, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay?
Before I go though, I did want to talk about 2 major assumptions that the haters are making about me and just clarify things because I just want to clarify because I was going to make a video this week to talk about it, but obviously I have to leave now. So, real quick. 1, I've never once said that my content is for kids or that my intent has been to make content for kids. Most people don't know this, but you have to be at least 13 years old to even make or have a TikTok account. And TikTok makes your account private until you're at least the age of 16.
Yeah, there's also this thing that kids do. It's called lying. So, not really a strong point, but whatever.
If a kid does find my TikToks, that is out of my control. From that point on, it's on the parents' duty to be in charge of monitoring what their kids are watching and doing.
So I do kind of agree with them here on the fact that it is up to the parent to monitor what their kid is watching. But that being said, if you have a following of mostly kids, which you do, you probably shouldn't be telling them things like, nobody wants to be straight. And like I said earlier, their childlike mannerisms come off the complete wrong way, in my opinion at least. You may not be trying to aim your content to kids, but it sure comes off that way.
I make my content to be family friendly and wholesome because that's who I am and I want to be inclusive to everyone out there. And I want people to know that this is a safe place where they can ask any question they want and they won't get judged. Secondly, I never said I hate straight people. I literally said, like, who would want to be straight? Blech.
So this person was just joking about the whole straight thing. I don't think they intended to be interpreted like that, but when you act super silly and super crazy in your videos, it's hard to tell when you're actually joking. Hey, what's up guys? Future Daniel here, and I'm just editing the video right now, and I realize I missed a paragraph that I wrote, and it was kind of important, so I just want to say it. Half the shit I say in my videos are stupid jokes, but people know that they're stupid jokes because I wear sunglasses and play a character. But I'm not in character 24/7, so people know when I'm being real or when I'm not. And I still have a sense of humor when I'm not in character, I just make it obvious when I'm joking. I don't agree with people calling you a groomer and shit, but I think that your content does come off the wrong way. Okay, that's all I missed.
And like, I literally do not know how to stress this enough. My content is for the gays, not the straights.
Okay, your content is strictly for gay people. Cool. Which means, you saying your content is inclusive to everyone is just bullshit. Noted.
I want to be inclusive to everyone out there. My content is for the gays, not the straights. And as a gay person who grew up thinking they had to be straight, who never saw 1 ounce of any kind of LGBTQ representation in any media, who hated themselves when they realized they were gay, and wished and prayed that they weren't, and then almost took their
Yeeted
fucking
themselves.
life, and then after a long time eventually learned and accepted that it was okay to be gay and that you can love who you want to love. Yeah, I would never want to go back to being straight or ever be straight.
Okay. Now I finally know what you actually meant. So the context behind the video where they say who would want to be straight, they were actually meaning what gay person would want to be straight. Then say that! What? But this whole thing kind of loops back into what was said before. You don't control where your content goes. So I get that you want to make your content strictly for gay people, but that's not how it works. And as a TikTok content creator, you should be aware that even though you're trying to attract a fan base of mostly gay people, it's still going to be seen by a shit ton of straight people. So just maybe try to word things a bit better. That's all I ask, you know, because if you really want to be inclusive to everyone, or at least most people, you can't say shit like that. I feel bad for Fuzz, to be honest, because TikTok is fucking toxic as balls. It's more toxic than my balls after I don't shower for 3 days. Okay? Not even, deodorant can fix that shit. But now I finally see how this one person accidentally pissed off the majority of this fucking app. So in conclusion, I think that this person is posting cringy, inauthentic content that gets criticized heavily. And I think that when you post publicly to the For You page, you should be open to criticism. And should especially take people's advice on not trying to build up an empire of fucking minors. Not fucking, like, minors. Just not fucking, sorry, I shouldn't have put fucking there. They should also be aware that even though they're aiming their content for LGBTQ people, it's still gonna be seen by a large portion of straight people. It's just how the For You page works. So saying who would want to be straight, blah, probably isn't the best choice of words, because I saw that being clipped and taken, out of context. If I were this person, I would probably private a lot of my cringy content and then come back and try to rebrand myself as more self-aware and just change my tactics on content creating as a whole. I do sympathize with them to a certain extent though, because TikTok, like I said, is a brutal fucking place. And there are people mocking them for their content, but then there's also a shit ton of people just mocking them for their appearance or for being trans, and I just think that that is just unacceptable. And like I said, I don't give a shit about anyone's opinion or, beliefs or some shit, but if you're gonna cyberbully and mock someone for their appearance, fuck you. They're a human goddamn being, okay? And unfortunately, they will get hate comments like this no matter what their content looks like. But everyone knows that, TikTok is brutal. And it sucks, but that's just how it is. So as a TikTok content creator, you have to be kind of able to take the hate. And if you're unable to take it, then I would suggest leaving the app altogether and focusing on your mental health, which, for now you've done, so props to you for taking a break. I'm glad Fuzz, took a step back and tried to focus more on their mental health and well-being. I honestly think that that's the best step for them right now, especially if there's like an incident or some shit like they were saying with some hater. I don't know what the fuck that was, but I know this video was quite different than a lot of my other usual content, but, I just saw this creator and the sheer backlash they got, and I don't know, it just, it was something that really caught my attention. So yeah. That's all I had to say about this one. So please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Oh shit. I spilt fucking Coke on this. Oh, god damn it. Thought it was empty. Well, I'll clean that shit up later.